Yo, do a watch list for Tuesday, May 7th. We'll kick it right off here. Let's start with GME. My only interest here was in a gap up parabolic, which didn't come. We actually got a weak open. It ended up squeezing everybody out into prior looking left levels, and then it round tripped and also came back again into close. So this was a good avoid for me today. Likely would have chopped myself up, but great range nonetheless. Nice volume. Um, Go to MULN next because that was my trade today. First green day that we've been stalking for many days on the watch list. Volume started drying up, and then what put it back on my radar here again this morning was the PR at 9 a.m. So we got, let me zoom in here. We got this prior daily breakout level of 410 that was yesterday's lows, and then it held it again here in pre-market. And I don't like to predict these things. So once the PR came at 9 a.m., I wasn't going to predict that anything was going to happen. But once something happened, then I was interested in dips, an if-then sort of scenario. So then we got this week open, and I started accumulating dips here off a low of days. On more of a micro level, this is a pullback, pop, higher low. So I was joining this higher low versus low of days. And then 480s was the key level I wanted to see build. This was more of a bigger picture higher low on the intraday. And then if I didn't have size here, this entry through 460s of the prior lower high, that's an entry I like with a volume sort of pocket pivot there. Locking some into 480s, assuming it fails. This doesn't have to bounce. And then locking some into 5 after the pullback lower high. 520s was a key level I identified. We'll go into that. And then 520 to 550 was my goal on this one. And then you get this sort of fail follow through here. So this trailing stop would have stopped me out anyways on a 5-minute trailing stop basis. Higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. This is the first 5-minute candle to make a new low, so it would have been stopped out there anyways. So good locks there into strength. On these first green days, it's a nail and bail type trade for me, so I'm never there for these moves usually. They almost always give back their gains at some point. So yeah, good trend here, nice bounce back. Now this is in a big picture range here. So basically, I'm going to set price alerts higher and lower and wait for it to break out of this now range that it's set towards like 7 and 4. See which way it wants to break out of that. Now that it's had its breakout move, it's overextended first red day, it's pullback and elastic sort of mean reversion bounce, and then now there won't be a trade in that for a few days. Key levels came from prior breakout level, prior resistance now becoming support, and then looking left into prior top support, prior top where it peaked out here, giving me my 520s. Jag X, I'm going to keep an eye on. This breakout is not as big picture as the 26, but as long as 26 continues to hold on these wicks, I'll keep an eye on. I would like another inside day on this. Again, there's still overnight risk with offerings and such, so I need to be careful here. But I'll keep an eye on this. I'd be tempted on a 36 break. Depends how it gets through there. AGBA, after this failed breakout, it held this nice 350 looking left prior resistance, and it broke through there really nicely and actually round tripped after it broke through there, came all the way back down, and then trended all the way back towards highs. So I think shorts are in a bind here. I'm interested weak opens. Basically, they're over 350s. This thing's still in trend, but I look for dips towards 390s. Potentially join that 430 break. MI, no idea why this thing is up. It's up now from $3 to 11 in 3 days. That's extended enough for me. Although it is on the lighter side with volume, so I need to be careful here. But looking left, you've got this volume profile in the 9s. So if volumes there off open tomorrow and pops towards 9 start to fail, I think we could have a little first red day here. And Veru, big picture, dips keep holding. Just keeping an eye on here. Haven't taken an entry yet, but I like the way this is building sort of a cup and now forming that handle formation. CTMX, exactly what we were talking about, in this 4 to 5 range, and not an interest until after the catalyst on May 8th. Good read there. And then CGC had that $10 breakdown we mentioned, and once that gave way, it really fell apart for a nice sort of single there if you were on desk for the close, which I wasn't. So I think that's about it. MULN in a range, CTMX in a range, Veru, Agba, and JagX, big picture long ideas. And MI, if the volume is there and pops fail versus 9, be interested there. Couple trade reviews, couple watches. Good start to the week. So I will see you in the room tomorrow. Take it easy.